All right, guys, this is my update video for the month of February 2021. I see a lot of people out there are getting softball going, especially here in Texas, because they actually have been opening up things here in Texas. A lot of videos, which is what I like, and I think, you know, I see a flood of videos. A lot of people out there are videotaping their games. I watch them. Just to let you guys know, this last weekend, we weren't doing anything. I hit on Sunday, but I'll go home on Facebook or YouTube, and I'll watch those videos. Home run hitting contest with Johnny Bailey won it, and then they have JBI out there and Leroy out there doing a lot of talking, and which we need, guys. We need that. You know, I love it because I can just sit at home under the comforts of my own home and watch videos about softball. It actually helps, and the more the better. And I see a lot of you guys out there putting these out, and I love them. Let me tell you what I got going on this month. A few things I want to talk about. I'll put a video out on behind the scenes. I want to talk about behind the scenes, and I think a lot of you guys are when you guys watch behind the scenes, you're wanting more information. I didn't do behind the scenes because to give you guys more information. I did it so you can hear us kind of talk about, for one, that's all we do is hit. You know, we're not talking about bats. We're not taking bats up to the camera. It's just us hitting balls. If we're doing a review, if we're starting a review, we're hitting. If we don't have anything to review, you know, we'll actually hit our own bats, you know, or go back and forth when we're picking up a bat. We'll hit it. It's not a review. And a lot of you guys are thinking it's a review because you think we should talk about what we're hitting. It's not a review. It's just us hitting. What I do is that's the video that I use. It's kind of like let me tell you what happened. Ken Vandergaard about 8 months ago called me up and was telling me, Dave, we need to start putting more video out. Kind of like what I'm telling you guys right now. We need to start putting more video out of seniors just hitting and talking and doing whatever. Kind of talk about everything with senior softball, because we are in a lockdown and all the seniors were staying at home, and we need something for them to watch other than, this is Ken telling me this, we need something for the seniors to watch instead of watching the news all the time and doom and gloom and shit like that. So I said, okay, I'll try to put a video out once a day, and I've been doing that, a video out once a day. What I did was I started doing behind the scenes, which is basically us just cutting up like everybody else does. When you go out and hit, I mean, I know, guarantee you that when you guys go out and hit, you know, it's not everything prim and proper and you just get out there and swing. We cut up with each other, we joke with each other, we talk shit to each other, kind of like what you guys do. So I think that's entertainment for a lot of people out there. For a few people, it's not, you know. I just want you guys to know that it's out there for entertaining, for not everybody, but you can watch it. It's not a review. A lot of guys get mad because, why aren't you talking about this bat? Well, that's when the reviews come along. I mean, I've got so many bats on the table right now that, and it's code. So I've been putting out videos, and what I'll do is when we're hitting a bat, let's say the Suncoast, the 12-inch two-piece, you know, I put out a review, and then I'll put out behind the scenes about the Suncoast. Then I'll put out behind the scenes after that, like the Worth Triple X Hitman Mach 1. The Worth Mach 1, what I did was I held back behind the scenes till I did the review, and then behind the scenes came out after I did the review, and it had us hitting that bat, talking about it. So I take parts of that, and it's almost like the behind the scenes video is what's left on the cutting room floor. And I take it off the cutting room floor and I put it all together and I put it out there for you guys to look at. And it's just us just cutting up, you know, just talking, razzing with each other. Let me tell you what bats I have coming out. There it is right there. What bats I'm working on right now. Suncoast. Excuse me. Suncoast, the balance bat. A lot of you guys are asking me about the performance on that bat. Hot. That bat is hot right when you pick it up. You start swinging with it. You know, I don't like saying hot on the wrapper, but that as close as you can get it with a Suncoast. Both Suncoast. The Suncoast Balance and Suncoast 12-inch end load is what I have. The one piece, a lot of you guys asking me about the one piece. That won't be out for another few months. They haven't gave me a date, but I guarantee if they have told me March. If it's March, it's going to be June. That's just the way it works. All bat companies do that. They always give you that teaser shit. It's going to be out in March. Well, it's usually, by experience, it's out 2 months after March, after the time that they told me. So those are the bats that I'm working on right now. We are hitting that bat, guys. That bat is hot. The Suncoast Bats are hot. We are hitting that bat in 55-degree weather. We started the other day. We just said, let's just start hitting, and the balls were cold. Now, I'm not saying for you guys to go out there and do that. I don't recommend it. But a lot of you guys have that question about durability. Those bats are durable. And Bubba's back. Bubba was hurt. He did something to his back. He was playing up in Dallas in that snowball tournament they had up there. He was playing on Saturday, and it took a swing, and something popped in his back. Did an MRI, found out he tore a ligament in his lower part of his back, mid lower part of his back. He's doing therapy on that right now, chiropractor, injections maybe. He's kind of, he wants to stay away, but he wants to do that. I recommend him doing it because injections work for me. Doesn't work for everybody, but they work for me. So we're hitting that bat in 55-degree weather, 60-degree weather, and it's holding up, and its performance on it is hot. A lot of you guys ask me, is the same like the balance bat? Is it the same as last year's? No, it's not. There's something different about the bat. The 12-inch, we swung it a little bit. I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I think it's got a little bit stiffer handle. A lot of you guys didn't like that handle from last couple of years because when they went to that thin handle, a lot of you guys didn't like that. I see a little bit more stiffness in it, but not a lot, just a little bit. We're getting really good performance on that bat. So those are the ones I'm working on next. Johnny Bailey. A lot of questions about the Johnny Bailey. A lot of you guys, a few people out there were saying that it's painted over last year's bat. It is not painted over last year's bat. I'm going to go into that in a minute, but it's not the same as last year's. It's stiffer. I remember hitting last year's Johnny Bailey, and right away we got that seam, spiral seam. We're not getting that on both. We have 26 and a 27 ounce. The weight on the 27 ounce is the same as last year's, but it's stiffer handle. And you'll see in behind the scenes us hitting it where I'm banging the handle, I'm stepping on the handle, trying to get to loosen up. We've got on the 27 ounce, we've got over 300 swings on it. I don't know the exact count, but it's over 300 swings on it. Last year's model, it loosened up a little bit more on about 100 swings. So when we hit it, it feels pretty good. So it's not it's not a bad bat. It's just that we haven't got there yet with it. And a lot of you guys are asking me, is it the same bat as last year? It is not the same bat as last year. Worth Mach 1. Let me talk about that for a minute. That made number one. The reason it made number one, you have light handle weight. Here it is right here. Let me talk about this bat. This is it right here. You have light handle weight, 8.8 handle weight, 26 ounce, and you got a 17.2 on the end. We got a 27 ounce. Okay. It is too heavy. A lot of you guys are not going to like the 27 ounce. Stay with the 26. They do not make a 25 because they found out because of the big mass on the end and the way they made the bat, snapping handles on them, the 25. So they stayed with the 26, 27. I might have a 28. I don't know who would swing the 28. Maybe some of the old school players that used to play back in the 80s, they could probably swing that 28 because of the big mass on the end. The 27 ounce, I tried it. I swung 3 times and I almost killed my back. It's got an 18.2. I've never swung a bat with an 18.2 in weight. The 27 has it. It's too heavy, guys. If you're going to order these bats, get you a 26. That's it. I'm telling you, a lot of you older guys, you young kids, it's going to be okay till coming into Sunday and you're swinging that big mass on the end of that 27. You're going to get tired of shit. Just telling you. But you're going to get great performance on the first day. Because when you hit it, Bubba hit it yesterday. So when on a 27, when you hit it, it flies. It goes a long way because of the mass on the end, the dense mass on the end, light handle weight. Another thing too, you're going to get I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to get it. You'll have a seam that goes on this bat, kind of like the old Worths used to get, the Micans used to get. But one thing we're getting on this bat, we call it a zipper, and it is right there. You see it? That's not a crack, guys. That's not a crack. That's just looks like a seam, but we call it a zipper. We have another bat that's got the same thing. It doesn't mean anything. The bat is not cracked. It performs very good right now. Guys, we've got close to 1,400 swings on this bat, hitting in low temperatures. They were hitting this same bat, they were hitting this bat in 35-degree weather. I'm not saying go do this, and this might be, I'm just telling you what they're getting out of this bat. They were hitting this bat in 35-degree weather up in Dallas, Mansfield, whenever they played that tournament, snowball tournament. They're swinging this bat right here. So be advised, they get a zipper in it right there, but it doesn't mean anything. It almost looks like a seam. And then with that, you're getting that spiral. I don't know how they put these bats together, but that's what you're getting with this bat. So I wouldn't recommend a lot of you older guys getting that 27 because it's got big mass on the end. This is the Johnny Bailey right here. This is the 26 ounce. And if you look at my numbers on it, it's got a 26.2, 16.5 on the end, and it's got a 9.2 on the hands. Now, I never swung a 26 ounce. I always swung the 27 ounce on a Johnny Bailey. Same weights as last year. They didn't change anything to weight. They did to this one. This is an AT Allen Tanner. If you remember, on a 27 ounce, and this is a 27 ounce, on the 27 ounce bat, what they did was they went down in weight on the end, at least a half an ounce. My 27 ounce AT from last year, when I started reviewing that bat, was close to a 17. It was like a 16.9, 16.8, so close to 17. This is a 16.5 on this bat, and then it's got a 9.3 handle. I like that handle weight. That's a good handle weight. Anytime you get in the high 8s, low 9s, that's pretty good. That's going to be a true end load. I don't know why Worth did that with the AT. Another thing too, I heard rumors that this bat was hot out of the wrapper. It is not. It's a little stiff out of the wrapper. It's got the flex is not bad, but you're not pushing a lot of 16.5 handle weight. 16.5 end load. You're not pushing that. So the handle flex is not like I would want. It's got it's got paint chips going on it. It's saying on this bat, and even the Mach 1, if you look at this one compared to the Mach 1, basically what they did was they took, it's basically the same bat. If you look on the end, it's got the same end plugs. And it's basically the same bat. They just loaded the Mach 1 with that big mass on the end. But not the AT bat. I was talking about something, I lost train of thought, but they didn't do that big mass on the end. It's about 0.7 ounces less on the end, but this is a 27. Another thing too, look how big that bat is. I don't know if last year's was this way, but they're calling this a 13.5 inch. It's not. I measured. It's a 14-inch barrel on this bat. Same thing as the Mach 1 because they use the same shell on that Mach 1. And this the Johnny Bailey. I just want to show you guys the Johnny Bailey. We're not getting bad performance on the 27 ounce, but we've got over 300 swings on that 27 ounce. That one's brand new. I don't think somebody the other day hit it like 5 times and then they just threw it to the side. Let me just go right into this. I put something out on Facebook the other day, and I asked a question. If you guys can answer this question, and I kind of know what your reps are going to do. I know what the reps are going to do about this. They're going to sit there and they're going to say, they're going to go along with what has been said about micing for the last few years. My question is this, and I've seen some kind of red flags going up about micing. And before I get too far, I'm not going to tell you everything, guys, because I don't want to say shit if I'm wrong. So I have a question for my minions out there. Is micing made in the USA? The big red flag that I have noticed that they quit taking made in USA off of micings. Now that's a selling point. Somebody the other day said they also took off the 1.21 BPF, but that's not your selling point. 1.21 BPF is not your selling point. That's just a reg on the bat that they tested them at. Your selling point is made in the USA. So if you're not made in the USA, you can't put made in the USA on your bats anymore. Mikan has taken made in the USA off of a lot of the barrels of their bats. And they purposely did it. I'm going to show you a picture here. This is a Mach 1 from last year, and this is a Mach 1 from the senior softball. You can see where they took in the stencil that they put on there, that they put on these bats. You can see that they cut made in the USA off these bats. Well, anyway, that was what I was talking about was the other day, and I kind of like got vague answers, and that's another red flag. Are they assembled? And a lot of you guys were asking, what do you mean assembled? Well, do they order? What a lot of people will do is they'll put on something made in the USA, but it's actually made in China, and they'll bring it over to the States and make it in a factory, and they'll put it together. Not make it, but they'll put it together, and they'll claim that it was made in USA. Another thing too, when you claim that your bat is made in the USA, is everything made in the USA? Are these end plugs right here, are they made in the USA? Or they're made from China, shipped in, and put on a bat that was made in USA? And then you have a China end piece, because a lot of you guys are anal about this shit, and I understand. But I don't want people lying to you and trying to sell you a bat and claiming that they're made in the USA when the end cap was made in China, and you guys are getting this bat that's made in the USA where the end cap's made out. It defeats the fucking purpose, in my opinion. So is the whole bat made in the USA? You know, from tip to finish, is it made in the USA where the knob's made? I mean, that's what I would, the question I would ask. And I got on Facebook, and I kind of like vague answers. You know, I've heard some rumors, but I'm not going to tell you about the rumors that I heard. The performance is changing on a lot of these bats. So I question, where were they made at? Are you guys, especially because you're not putting on your bat anymore. And if you're not putting on your bat, that's one of the biggest selling points with Mikan, guys. That's the biggest selling point. Why the hell wouldn't you put it on your bat if it was actually made in the USA? Why did you take it off? Because that's a selling point for Mikan bats. So I just want to know, my minions out there, if you know, I need to know about this shit. If it's not, because you can't claim that you're made in the USA to have seniors that are actually very patriotic and will buy your bat because it's made in the USA. That's deception. You can't do that shit. Well, you can do it. Everybody fucking does it. It's unethical when you do it. Prodigy. They're everywhere, man. I've known about Prodigy for about September. I've known about Prodigy, but like everything else, everybody hypes their shit up. It happens every couple, 3 years, man. You have the golden one come around, and it's talked about. The one thing I like about Prodigy is on pen and paper, it looks very good, because I've seen the testing on these bats. They've been sent over to me. I like what I see. But it's getting closer and closer. I've been given 4 different dates on when they were going to arrive. And now it's this coming week, beginning of February, first couple of weeks of February, they're supposed to have these bats in. They're already taking pre-orders, and they've sold out of pre-orders from what I heard. Close to getting sold out of pre-orders. Now they're taking orders for March, when these bats are gonna come out. And here's another, I want to get right on into this too, is he's got some guys that are hitting with him, and he's been catching a lot of flack on the big guy, John, I think his name is, and getting a lot of flack from him. Like, that guy can swing a broomstick and hit it out. Or that guy can swing a piece of shit bat and hit it 500 feet. Well, no, he can't. You can't swing a shit bat and hit it 500 feet. Maybe 320. That big guy, probably 320, 340 maybe. You know, with one of the lower tier bats, he can hit it out, because he's just cock strong. Those guys serve a purpose when you're doing testing or you're doing a review. They serve a purpose. Bubba serves a purpose with me. He helps us out a lot because he hits them very far. So if Bubba's getting great performance on a bat, great performance, it kind of, I get that funny, I get that feeling deep down like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. The big guys serve a purpose during testing and during doing reviews. They do. A lot of guys out there doing these reviews don't have a big guy. I'm lucky enough where I have a 65, 66-year-old guy hitting with us, Bill Blake, you know, that's been there, done that, that actually taught me everything that I know. I have that guy. And then me, which I'm, you know, your average guy. I'm not the guy that is the big guy that's hitting the bombs, you know. Then I have Bubba Blake, or B3, Billy Blake the third. I have him, and he serves a purpose, a big purpose. This guy John serves a purpose to these guys that is hitting, and he gets a lot of flack, you know. I was even watching him, and I said, man, can this guy just work on his calves a little bit, get him bigger? So he gets shit from me too, like do a lower leg workout or something. So he does, because he's big upper body, but he does serve a purpose. All these guys serve purpose, and they get ripped on and about, you know, about how big they are. You know, about swinging a broomstick. He can get out swinging a broomstick, and I understand that, but guys, you got to understand about these bats. These guys serve a purpose on getting distance. Bubba serves a purpose on me. If he hits the ball 500 feet with a bat, and I'm like, oh, I get all excited because he serves a purpose for what we do. You know, we actually have the perfect storm with everybody in my crew that does things. Trey serves a purpose. All these other guys, the 70-year-old guys that they are getting flack now, because if you go behind the scenes on whenever I'm doing stuff, you go behind the scenes, and I have 65, 70, 75-year-old guys that hit with me, and a few of you guys are doing thumbs down. I want to see the guy. I want to see how far he. Well, if I can get performance out of bats for the 65, 70, 75-year-old guys, that helps you guys pick a bat. Is the barrel soft? Is the barrel hard? You know, yesterday, a couple of days ago, yeah, it was yesterday, I had some 65, 75-year-old guys swinging a Johnny Bailey, and they gave me feedback on that. It doesn't get published, it doesn't get put out there, but I still get feedback from these guys because they serve a purpose. It's just when I put them out there, a lot of you guys rip on their pants or rip on their shorts, the bike shorts, or you guys rip on their swing, but they're still seniors and out there hitting. And I think that's bullshit. I think it's uncalled for. I think it's bullshit. But they serve a purpose for me, you know. And I put them out there. I mean, a lot of you older guys like seeing that shit. You like seeing the players that are playing, you know, major AAA, that are in that bracket, that older bracket. You like seeing those guys hit. It's getting dark, so I better finish this shit up. Wow. Cameras. I want to talk to you guys, and I don't have one in here. When you guys are using an iPhone, and I kind of see this, and I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. It's not really bad. When you guys have an iPhone camera, any kind of camera, especially an iPhone, and you're using it to do a podcast, you're using it to do home run and hitting contests, you're using it to do a game, always clean the lens off. Because what we do with iPhones is we always grab them, right? We're always constantly grabbing them. The oil from your hands gets on that lens, and that lens is very delicate. So when you shine it, when you shine that camera up and there's sun reflection coming at it, it's going to put on a shitty glare. It's going to look like that camera is 20 years old. The lens on that camera is 20 years old. So it's just going through that sheath of oil that you have on your hands, just going through that, and it looks bad. So it kind of sucks, because when you get it home and you're downloading it and you look at it and go, oh shit, I forgot to clean the lens off. And I see that every once in a while when you guys are taking pictures, or you guys are doing a behind the scenes video. I'll kind of see that every once in a while. And guys, that's about it, I think. JBI and Leroy are out there busting their ass putting videos out. I see a lot of other people that actually are putting videos out. Guys, subscribe to all of these. It helps them out. Let them get 1,000 subscribers so they can start making a little bit of change, so they can put it back into entertaining you guys. So kind of help these guys out, JBI and Leroy out there. Tournaments are coming up. WSL, I'm going to end on this because it's getting late. WSL Reggie here in San Antonio. He's the director of WSL in Texas. He's going to put out a flyer tomorrow. Stay tuned to my Facebook page. I'm actually doing an interview with him too later on this week or next week. It's going to come out when we're hitting. I think we're hitting. It's going to be Tuesday tomorrow. It's Monday today. Today's the 1st, I'm pretty sure. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit a lot of these bats. The Suncoast are coming out next. I'm going to talk to Reggie about WSL. He's kind of get that going here in the state of Texas. What I like about this year, I'm kind of excited about this year, is we're playing right now. Everything's going 100 miles an hour right now, and we're in February. It's almost like we're trying to get caught up all the shit that happened last year because Texas is blown up. Texas has a lot of softball going on. A lot of people are flying into Texas to play. Weather's been great here some days. Today, this morning, it was 55. We couldn't hit. Yesterday was 85 during the day. On Wednesday and Thursday, supposed to be in the 80s, low 80s. And then here another cold front comes in over the weekend. So everything's going on. I hope you guys have been working out, getting ready. I'm not off my off-season workout routine. I haven't started my on-season workout routine. I think it's in 2 weeks because our tournaments don't start happening really till March, where we're traveling. I don't get off of my workout routine just to play these backyard tournaments, which sucks. And I want to end my when I'm talking about my workout routine, and it's kind of, if you guys watch my behind the scenes, you'll notice that. You notice this time of year, every year, that for as long as I've been doing this all my life, guys, my workout routine, I am tight. So you can tell when you're looking at behind the scenes, watch me swing. I top a ball, I hit a ball. I don't get loose till like the last time, and I still want to swing, but I'm done hitting already, and I don't get loose. That's why people give up working out. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I want to explain that to you in my video when I talk about working out. There's always light at the end of the tunnel about working out, because you got to go through those phases when you're working out. Like, God dang, I hurt, my body hurts. It's just trying to get stretched out because you've been hitting the weights hard. So you got to get loose, especially a 60-year-old. I'm 60, there's going to be 61 this year. The older guys, there's a time where, and it's all scheduled, there's a time where you just shut it off and you start doing lighter weight with explosive movements. Then progress. Watch the way I progress. And I kind of behind the scenes video, you can see this. Watch how I progress in the next 3 months before I start playing again on my distance, on my follow through, on my consistency. Because you can't, that's why a lot of people give up working out, because you can't keep that consistency up when you're pushing a lot of weight. It never works. That's how come people, work out. No, I don't want to work out. But a lot of smaller guys need to work out to get distance. And at the end, during March, when I'm off my in-season workout, end of the season workout routine, off-season workout routine, you'll notice that I'm more flexible. I'm hitting the ball more sharper. I'm hitting the ball with a lot more distance. I guarantee it 20, 30 feet more than the distance I'm getting now. But we kind of got to go through this, and we got to understand before we get into this. We have to understand that we got to do this shit every year. And we got to know that we're going to suck when we're doing videos at this time of year. But I can't wait to get that video out. And it's kind of like a work in progress. I got to show, I just can't talk about it. I got to show you guys. And that's what we do behind the scenes. I've got to show you guys how this shit works. That way you understand it when you're going through it. Thanks, guys. And everybody stay safe out there. And kind of take a lot of, we're talking about vitamins and stuff at the beginning. Keep taking those. Hopefully in your state, they'll start loosening stuff up where you can get out there and start hitting. I see a lot of snow up north, and that sucks, man. But just stay with it. I kind of see a light at the end of the tunnel, especially after watching all these tournaments, and keep putting out product, keep putting out videos, because I love watching that shit. I love watching it when I'm at home. My wife gets pissed off at me because I'll be listening to podcasts, and I'll be doing something and or either cooking, because I cook. So I'll be cooking and watching podcasts of guys talking, and that's entertaining for me. Thanks, guys.